Once more into the breach, insufferable gaming fans. Turns out that the very first Yorick I killed dropped the Skull Shield. Let's show that off. With the Shield Rod. First of all, without the Shield Rod, it's a pretty mean looking shield to begin with, so you might want to grab one just for that. This is what it does. It shoots a big-ass laser. Big-ass laser being a technical term for the type of laser. Let's see if I can find something to hit with it. I know, I'll find the next enemy I need to kill for a new shield and hit that with it. Wow, can't believe I somehow missed this. Right here, close to where I came in the reverse castle. Just, blam, lightning mail. That would have come in a lot of handy during the Galamoth fight, huh? Well, on second thought I had the card mail by then, so it didn't really matter. Moving along. Okay, here I am in the reverse Count Steve's lair, getting ready to kill the next item that'll drop a shield that we want. So let me just re-equip that shield rod and that skull shield, and then we can hit things with lasers. These guys, to be specific. That's a good laser right there, buddy. Yep, it shouldn't take too long to find the shield we're looking for. I do believe it is the Dark Shield. And aside from some creative laser, I'll let you guys come back as soon as I find it here. And here it is now. The Dark Shield. This is neat for several reasons. It doesn't have a particularly high defense, but it's got other qualities. For starters, it causes damage to stuff just by touching it. It's not a lot of damage, but it's enough to matter. The downside is that it's not a very quickly dealt damage, so if it doesn't kill something in the first hit, it's a bit slow. But if you're wading through an area full of weak enemies, you can just hold that out and plow right through them without having to worry about it pretty much. Now let's use the shield rod combo. The most metal shield rod combo here. Tell me that's not cool. You just tell me that's not metal. Look, we'll do it again. The wailing screams of 1,000 damned souls rip through your enemies. Awesome. 2 more shields to get, I do believe. Okay, these happy-looking fellows drop the flame shield. The tall guys, I mean. These guys. And this is a good enough place to farm them. Yep. Unless you just fall right off the face of the map like I tend to do from time to time. I'll just expedite things with this luck potion. And hopefully I'll get one super fast. Well, you guys don't want to see this, but anyway, this is a good place to farm these guys, so I'll be back to you when I get the shield. Found one. There's the fire shield. Let's just go ahead and show that off right now. Soon as I get there from here. Oh, also one of the flying demons dropped the obsidian sword, which is nothing to really write home about. Unless you just happen to pick it up by luck early on. Fire shield plus shield rod combo. What do we get? Konami dragons. Flying everywhere. Admittedly, probably not going to do very much damage to stuff like this, but, you know, good if you've got something weak against fire. That just leaves the Medusa shield, which is the most pain-in-the-ass one to get out of them all. Oh, it also bears mentioning that those fire demons drop a fairly decent sword as well. But it's a fire-based sword, and I don't need one right now. If you want to grab it, go for it. It is decent. Okay, here's something interesting that I did not know until just now. See those balloon pods? They drop meal tickets. What's a meal ticket do? Well, it gives you any one random food item from the game. A gyros plate, a tart, a pineapple, a morning set, pot roast, turkey, spaghetti, shortcake, red bean bun, lunch bee, sushi, morning set, or cheesecake. Anyway, I had no idea those balloon pods would drop those, so I may have previously reported that you couldn't get any extra ones, but apparently you can. Joke's on me. Learn something new all the time. Okay, as much as I hate it, I'm back here again. The Cloaked Knights, drop a sword I want. The Medusa heads, drop a shield I want. I mentioned the sword earlier and that you need 2 of them. Why do you need 2 of them? Well, I'll show you when I get them. But I might be stuck here a while fighting Medusa heads and Cloaked Knights. So, I'll let you go until then, and we'll meet back again when I get those 2 items. Okay, the Medusa head shield didn't take long, so let's go ahead and show that off and get it over with. The Medusa head shield laser beams at stuff. Also, the shield itself prevents stoning, I do believe. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and also, much like the dark shield, it harms enemies that it comes in contact with. So, that's a bonus. Now we just need this sword. Or more specifically, 2 of them. Be right back. Hooray! I finally got them. I ran out of luck potions, so to make up for it, I equipped all of the Alucard equipment, which I forgot to mention ups your luck by a substantial amount. But then again, I kind of forgot about that side effect of it. The reason you don't use that all the time, though, is because it makes you weak. Very weak. So, the Cloaked Knights actually drop 2 swords, but only one of them is particularly interesting. They have a ridiculously low drop rate on the good one. You can tell because I got a bunch of these. Flambergets, which are a pretty good sword if you get it early in the game. But the weapon we really wanted is the Heaven Sword. Which again, I reiterate, it took forever for them to drop. Now, why did we get 2 of them? Glad you asked. Just one of them alone flips about like the Rune Sword, but it also kind of does its own little boomerang thing when it's on its way back. The reason it's cool if you get 2 of them is because if you hit both attack buttons at the same time, assuming, yeah, there you go. It does this nifty buzzsaw hit mega attack, which just tends to tear things up. Well, unless you get hit while it's going off. But anyway, that's why I mentioned that that was cool. So that's enough for that.
You had to fight your own father.
Okay, last thing I want to address during this walkthrough is the best ending.
It must have been painful for you.
It has
Indeed.
basically just a bit of difference from the one you saw before, and it should be coming up. And the way you get it is to just open up as much of the castle on the map as you possibly can. Get a really high percentage.
My veins is cursed. It would be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
So far it's the same.
I see.
Farewell then.
Alucard?
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
I'm sorry. I can't let him disappear from my life.
It's all right. Go after him. Perhaps you can save his taunted soul.
Thank you, Richter. Fare thee well.
And yourself, dear lady.
And therein lies the difference between the next best ending and the best ending. Presumably, Alucard gets laid. Alright, well, that about does it for this walkthrough. Until next time, this is your old pal Rosser. Take a drink.